Okay, I am here. I hope everyone is doing well. So, the last time I was here live, I talked about how my femininity was sacrificed or stolen from me. And I know those are some pretty harsh words, a little dramatic, but it is kind of what happened, but I don't hang there. One of the main reasons is that I feel that as a woman, you can get your femininity back anytime you want to. I feel that way. I legit feel that way. Okay? I really do feel that way. Um, you can get your femininity back anytime you want to as a woman. You're not stuck not having your femininity. Why do I say that? Oh my goodness. You can, there are so many ways in which my masculine energy took off, but at the heart, I'm still a woman. I'm a very feminine woman, honey. But the way that I was trained and raised, it was literally two halves of one pie. So my father was the one who was kind of taking all the energy from me because my mother would not give him hers. And he, in turn, needed to bring out the masculinity in his oldest child. And I'm 4.5 years older than my brother. So when he really needed my help, he demanded it. I'm a kid. You can't refuse your parent. It is what it is. But on the other side of that, my mother still inculcated in me a lot of feminine um, energy. She just really, she encouraged it. But our personalities are so, oh my goodness, like, what's the best way I can put it? The best way that I can put it is that, yeah, I want to make sure that's still on. Um, I was made to learn all the household stuff, you know. And I know that's not gender specific now, but back then it really was. So I was made to learn all that. I was made, not made, but I was encouraged and taught all the things that my mom was doing in the household. I was taught all that. So I also took on that too. But I think because it was so natural for me, the other stuff moved forward in my life as I continued to move in the energy of masculinity. And one of those main masculine things is having to go and fend for yourself in this world, um, period. It really requires that you put on a suit of armor and you get out there and do the darn thing, right? However, I still carry me with me. So I would say that I don't think that my father looked at me diabolically and felt, oh, I'm just going to take this from her. Not in any way. I do feel that he needed help. He was in a pretty bad way and he just needed help. That simple. Okay, so now what does this look like as I get older? I begin to recognize I can help everybody. That's where it was coming in my teens. I remember it. I was doing everything for everybody. Okay, um, the rescue lady, the rescue squad was me. Okay, if there was a solution that needed to be found, I was gonna find it, or I was gonna find the person that could give it to you. And it spills over so much that it spills over into my business. And as a spiritualist, that energy gets activated big time. But as I've gotten older and more resolute about sitting in my femininity, It looks more like Big Mama energy. It looks more like a mothering, nurturing. It looks like a mothering, nurturing energy. It is that simple. There's no other way to put that. I'm sorry. I hope these calls are not coming through because I just keep getting a call and they're going to just wait. They live in the same house. Anyway, it looks more like that. And mothering, nurturing energy is pretty strong. It is protective, and I don't think there's any force. I don't think anybody would say they would easily go up against a very strong and protective mother, against them and who they're protecting, specifically their children. So, and I mean in any species, I think we become very dangerous, and anything coming after our child is fair game because we're just not having that, right? So I think that spilled over into my business as a spiritualist, and that's how I work with people. So very nurturing, very stern though, because I'm not a soft spoken, nobody understands where I'm coming from type of person. You're going to hear, and that's it. You're going to hear me, and that's it. So when I say that masculine energy is there, I think that there is a very strong vibe to feminine energy where it will receive a threat and then attack. Period. Where it will receive information and then proceed accordingly. So when I say that, I'm talking about specifically, especially when it comes to business as a spiritualist. Someone comes to me with a real serious issue and I'm on the move. You understand? I get the information that I need from them. This is said fee for what services are about to be done, and then I move forward because there's going to be a lot of energy put into that. It makes you feel, I'm going to say, in a lot of ways, that when you can help someone, and I've helped many people throughout my life, sometimes just through recommendation. Literally, I have sent people to people over the years, like, listen, you need to go to this colonic therapist, you need to go to this massage therapist, or whoever, books, you name it. And people have gotten in touch with me over the years and thanked me because it really helped their lives. That gives you a sense of confidence and confirmation of the position that you stand in as the person who is recommending to the world. So when I get on here and I'm recommending books, I'm recommending herbs, I'm recommending crystals, I'm recommending meditation, I'm recommending a way of living within regards to specifically journaling, right? Or like I love to show y'all, right? It's tried and true because I've done it. Excuse me, and I've recommended it to many people who have done it and gotten results. Okay, and some of them it wasn't no easy win because they weren't willing to listen, but they kept coming back because they were getting results in other areas. And I said, "Did you read the book I kept telling you to read?" "Oh man, did you read the book?" "Need you to read the book." They finally read the book. They get what I was trying to tell them, and their life takes off in another direction. Okay, one of the book that I'm talking about right now. 1 minute, I'll get it so that you can see it. is Living with Joy by Sanaya Roman, who I recently found out passed. I got clued into that. May she rest in peace. May her and Orin have gotten completely submerged and moving forward in their process of what they are doing out in the universe now. I got a couple of emails from Daben, Dwayne Packer by himself, and it's the last time I got it, which is like the second email, I think. I said, what's going on? And Sanae is still alive. I looked it up. She died in 2021. Or maybe at the top of this year. I think it's 2021 though, from what I saw. So this book and this energy that she worked with to create her life and a life of joys, this gave me so much solace. This was, oh my goodness, this is one of the best books, and it's simple. There's nothing super magical about it. Again, I think this is why people who come at life from this standpoint but get a little closer to the spiritual part of life without being so spiritually, that's the best way I can say that, without so much paranormal essence around everything, they really help the world. Because a lot of people are not comfortable with spirituality. But in my practice, I'm going to go back to that in a little bit. In my practice as a spiritualist who works with people, I get to employ now that energy that I think I've been mistakenly calling masculine. I believe it is nurturing, mothering energy. Because essentially, I'm looking to heal those who need it. When people come to me and tell me their problems, here comes the masculine. I got a solution. I rarely am just listening to allow them to just let their energy flow. I am generally listening to give a solution. In my femininity and moving back and taking back my femininity, because we're going to get into that next, I have learned to just be quiet and allow people to talk. Not everyone needs a solution. In fact, most people don't. In fact, the point is to allow them to do that little thing they do in their head that talks out loud to you, and you have the privilege of being in that supportive space. I have the privilege of being in that supportive space for them, and they can talk out what it is that they need to talk out. So that was one of the ways I started taking back my femininity. I have been interrupting people for years. It's horrible, okay? And it's very masculine. I made a concerted effort to be quiet, especially within the past year. Just quiet. They don't need to hear what you got to say. If they do, they'll ask. A lot of the times, I think because I'm known to have solutions, people will ask. But a lot of times, people just want to talk. Okay? That's one way in which I'm taking back my femininity. Another way that I think is very key for me that I will share with you all is primping and prepping. Like, I love to buy these things. I love to buy a lipstick. I love to buy mascara, a glow. I love to buy brand new palettes when they come out, like as far as eyeshadow, stuff like that. I have certain companies I really like shout out to the Lip Bar, shout out to Mented. I really love the Lip Bar. They have this amazing glow serum, honey. But doing stuff like that for myself and then actually wearing it. Because a lot of the times I would buy stuff like that and it would just sit on the shelf. And I was just known as this natural person. Just natural. I'm natural. I'll put on a lip gloss with a little tint to it, but for the most part, I'm natural. Um, the thing is that I've learned over time that I won't respond to this person because they keep calling me. So I've learned to go in, take the time, and do things for myself that are about self love and self care. And one of them is like literally pimping and prepping. I was one of my aunts was a makeup artist when I was growing up, so I was always around makeup, right? I used to always do my fingernails and everything. As you got older, oh, I'm just gonna keep them clean and clear. But as you guys see from video to video, sometimes I will have on neon, neon green, um, to a blue, a pink, a red, a purple. Like I love nails. I love to use my nails. But I'm not always in that place. A lot of the time I'm just in the natural place because I'm cooking, da, 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 da. But I've had to take and get, because my feminine part of me that was there, that was still floating around and being a big part of me, um, that was part of it. Like I used to do my nails all the time when I was a little girl, make designs and all that kind of stuff. Way before there were shops and all that kind of stuff doing that. Okay, way before that craze took off, and I kind of just got away from it. Right, keep them nice and filed, short, clean, good to go. But like I will do these today or tomorrow. I'll get them done. The point is, I've taken time now to decide, okay, I'm going to do my nails so that I don't pick on them. That's number one. Pick my cuticles to death. That's, ugh. But that helps me to, I feel very, hey, whatever you like. When my nails are done, I don't know why, but it is part of taking back my femininity. It really is. I know you're going, you dress yourself up. It is something. It is. It is something. It is something to go and sit in a chair at a salon and get your feet done. It is something, and to walk out with a perfect manicure that's not manicure and pedicure that it will not be destroyed by anything because you completely let them bad boys drive while you're using it. It is something. However, one of the other things that I have recently got into big time, as far as going in and taking back my femininity, that means inside, is doing shadow work. And my feminine side of me has been sitting there waiting for me to do that type of work. I just completed an entire package of work that I found free somewhere on Facebook. Honey, it helped me to go in and face these issues and excavate that this is what had happened, that I had just kind of willingly handed over, and they willingly took that feminine energy from me and pulled forward the masculine out of me. Now, like another thing that I will not do, or I try my best not to do, is a lot of heavy lifting. And I mean it. You don't understand. That is a big thing. That is a big thing. And women, I think because we feel like, oh, I can do it, that doesn't mean that I should be doing it. That was one of the main things that made it so that I quit my job. I was lifting an air conditioner up into my home, and I felt a pain in my heart. And I didn't know. I didn't know if it was that. I didn't know what was going on. It stopped. I have not done that since, and I will not do any heavy lifting. It's, One of the business classes that I took this year, the recommendation was that if there are things that you can delegate, this is also on a YouTube channel too, get the ball down the field, delegate things so that you can actually spend your time doing what is important to you throughout the day, um, was to delegate parts of your daily chores, if you will. So shopping, I am more, after feeling that, I am more than willing to pay Instacart, Whole Foods, any delivery service to bring all my groceries to my front door, then go get them and lift them into my home. That's a no anymore. That is like a no. I will not do that. I say this as a single woman who I don't have someone that I can go, oh, could you go get the groceries or whatever? They're gonna go get them because they don't feel that I should be doing that. I am a very confirmed bachelorette, honey. Like if I meet somebody, which is not impossible, but if that happens, I'm sure that they would take over a lot of the things that I have kind of delegated that I'm spending money on. But I'd rather spend the dollars and save my joints, save my organs. You know what I mean? Not drop something on my foot or anything like that. Just to understand this is my human body. And women, we are very strong creatures, but we were not made with the brawn and the strength that men have. I mean that. I think one of the first times I really began to take it back, and this is an area I will always take this back in. Are we still going? Yes. Is moving. Hire movers. I'm serious. Just hire them. Get a company with a good reputation, good quote, and then get your place together and let them do it and get it to you where you want to be at. It is the best amount of money. You will appreciate it. It'll make your life easier. Because they have this wiry strength that is amazing. That physiologically I don't have. And I'm not even going to act like I do. But I can collect a whole bunch of stuff. And need people to move it for me. So that's one. Those are areas, like not trying to extend these muscles I just don't have. That is, I know that sounds so like superficial, but I promise you it's a pretty deep process of allowing yourself to sit back and let someone else do that work that wants to do that work. Okay? That's a very feminine thing. Okay? The other thing that I think is very interesting, I was here at YouTube and there was a woman who was giving recommendations on femininity, and she was like, you can live in your femininity with men or women, it doesn't matter because women are most of the time coming from their masculine anyway, so you can do that. And I remember going like, what I said, oh no, oh no, I don't want people coming at me like that. And that happened. A suggestion was put out by someone I'm very close to, very feminine, definitely a woman. And I was just like, I'm not doing that for you. And they were looking at me expectantly. So are you? No. It caused a bit of a kerfluffle. When I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. Because I see now how I have been contributing to what I'm calling stolen and sacrifice. I'm continuing to just hand it out. And it's major energy that allows women to pull things to themselves that are so positive. So positive. That you're just giving away for free and not noticing that someone is because you're unaware of what you're doing, they're in effect manipulating you or using their feminine energy on you because most women are coming from their masculine all the time. What? I said no, 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 no. This stopped right here. Her. It stops. So I stopped. And then I think I tried to go against it. I was supposed to try and do something the other day, and one of my family members stood up and said, "Wait a minute, can we get all that delivered?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, then let's get it delivered." Okay, like that's a big thing. The next thing is to, I would say, go in and use your feminine arts to create and attract things to you. So visualization is one of those things. Okay? You literally are just putting energy out there and it attracts things to you because you're visualizing it. You're changing literally the energy around yourself, and now you become this magnet, this attracting magnet where things want to come to you, come into your life. That is feminine energy. Visualization, writing out things so that you can see. I think that shadow work is very good. And I mentioned this earlier. I told you I found a 25 prompt write up on Facebook. Um, there are many books. I just bought one. I think it's called Shadow Work Book 1. They have book 2. It's on Apple Books, right? I'm literally just grabbing stuff like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Because I want to excavate anything that is kind of just sitting in my womb energy and causing a problem. So addressing, say, take for instance, my deep inner wounds. This was long. Yes, this was long. But this was really worth it, and this is where I found out what had happened. I don't even remember what the prompt is, but it was like it was leading you down this path, and you just finally see it. And then you get to this place where, okay, now we're getting ready to turn this energy around. Because it benefits everyone when you are coming from the energy space that you want to be coming from. Because I'm going to say this now. I'm not saying that all women need to be feminine. Because they don't. I'll tell you that right now. But they can if they want to. And that is a place of such power, and it's so different. I'll tell you another one that was very key for me. I'm an herbalist. I love to work with herbs, especially when it comes to abundance. And I came to find out, I would say probably it was last year, that a lot of the herbs that I work with for abundance are very masculine, which is fine, very fine. But I also wanted to find out more about the feminine herbs, and I really looked them up, okay? Looked up a lot of them, and I've started working with them. Y'all know I talk about glow oil here, so I have my initial glow oil, which is a very, it's based on a lot of herbs of the Orisha Oshun, and it is amazing, right? I'm getting ready to take it down. It's not going to be available for a while because I have to make it, steep it. It has to be charged, prayed with, everything before I can offer that again. So I have a second oil that's available that's according to the Orisha Yemaya. And that it has a limited amount. I didn't even make as big of an amount of that one as I did the Oshun one. But they're both very strong oils, right? But very masculine herbs in the process. So I researched, found out about more feminine attracting herbs that help you to almost put out a big neon sign that you are receptive, or the negative energy, the energy that will receive. So that the positives, the plus, that masculine energy can come to you and give what you're ready to receive. So I've been working on that process too, right? Understanding the hours of the planet, what planets the hours coincide with, what type of energy you're primarily working with throughout the day. You see, as a spiritualist, I'm going to look at things like that. Like, I'm going to be paying attention to stuff like that. Like, like, is this the moon hour? Is this Mars hour? Is this Jupiter's hour? Is this Pluto? Is this Venus? Is this Uranus? Is this Neptune? What hour are we working under, right? I have begun to understand that you can pull on so many different energies and ask them to come to you, especially if you're working under the sign according to the house. Because I know a lot of people make oils according to the houses of the zodiac, right? I'm not quite there with that because I really like to work at the raw point of herbs. And herbs are growing on this planet no matter what house and zodiac we're moving through, right? So I like to be a little bit more balanced with that, but I'm gonna, I think, at some point bring that science and energy in, especially if the house is a very feminine house, right? Like Taurus, like um it's funny if you look at Scorpio. Scorpio is technically a feminine sign, but it is so intense that a lot of people think that Scorpio is a masculine sign. And it's interesting because the original planet that rules Scorpio is Mars, which rules Aries, which is, it's a very masculine energy. So it has that energy to it, but it's different. It's just slightly different, if you understand what I'm saying. So I say that to say I have dove headfirst into studying all things feminine, you name it, when it comes to understanding that when you have all kinds of crazy stuff happening in your life, it's a negative. But a negative creates a void in which a positive can fill in. That void is feminine. Right? Like, I'm seeing it legit everywhere. You got a repair that needs to happen in your house, girl. That's a beautiful void. Cause girl or man, that's a beautiful void. Because honey, a masculine is getting ready to pour into that. Some type of energy is getting ready to come to give you more of what you're looking for. You understand what I'm saying? Um, all I'm saying is that feminine energy is all around us all the time. And it's taken me until very recently to understand that tapping into it is just as simple as putting something out into the universe and allowing it to come back to you without thinking and trying to do anything for it. That doing part, that nervous energy and all of that, that's that masculine. But just putting it out there and allowing it to come back and living in affirmation of the negative energy, of the feminine energy, allows those positives to come back and fill your life in. Fill your life in. That is another way that I have taken back my feminine energy. Just like from prepping, getting full blown into my feminine arts, which is creativity. I love to create and nurture artistic things. Um, I love to sew. It's probably something I can hand sew, honey, and just chill, watch a movie. Okay, I can sew with a machine and just listen to a movie as I'm getting it done and I'm coming up with this creation. I love to do stuff like that. living in the energy of working with the earth, working with things like plants, right? No matter what they are, they grow from inside an earth. It it's just it's amazing to see that while we feel that we operate, I felt that I operated from a very masculine standpoint. I had so many things around me that were bolstering my femininity. And so I've been in this place of appreciating that it's been there. I've been living it the whole time. Now it's time to focus and allow that to just be, to enjoy that process. Taking it back has been it's like it's a wild ride, and it's a daily reminder to myself to do it, because like I told you, the nails are important to me, but they're not done, right? And I've been busy, right? The makeup is important. Like recently, like I had some more today. Recently, I clean my face. I use my gua sha, which I happen to do, and I've been like, why does my skin feel like I got makeup on? I don't have any makeup on. I told you I buy it and it sits in a cabinet, right? And or in my bed. But I have to decide to use these things that make me feel more feminine. And I'm going to bring this now to it. This is the next part for men. Oh, especially, oh my goodness. Whew. Being a manifesting generator, human design, yes, it has entered the conversation with an emotional authority. Let me tell you, that has squarely set me down in my feminine energy. Because the masculine energy is to push past emotions, not feel them, and get stuff done. Emotional authority makes you have to feel the emotions until they're done and then move forward. So, that's probably your big get if you've been watching this. If you've gotten all the way to this point, you are a trooper. Thank you for staying this whole time. I say all that to say there's so many different tools that I'm going to be talking about here from time to time that are just about bringing forward and realizing it's okay to be in your feminine energy. You can get easily into your feminine energy, and it's time to do so. But I will also say this: you have to put in that vulnerability work. You have to be willing to be in a place where you understand you're not going to have all the answers. You shouldn't provide answers to people if they're not asking for them. That you should take good care of yourself and recognize that you have a vulnerability, that there's some weakness to you that you need to protect and take care of yourself, right? And it doesn't, just because you have a certain amount, like lifting an air conditioner has let me know, oh, you way out of your depth with this one. You can't do that. And it's made me really roll back that whole lifting, you know how you make that one trip into your house with all your groceries. No, I'm not doing that. I'm filming. I will talk to you later. Thank you. This is a process where realizing that my softness has to be honored by me. And that is how I am taking back my femininity. Real simple. And it's like, because I have wanted to do that, so many things have come to my life to just say, it's okay. It's okay. And yes, this is good for you too. And yes, this is good for you too. And yes. Okay? So, thank you for staying with me to this point. I will be back with another live, probably to talk about femininity for a little while, just to talk about the things that I've been discovering, and what has been my ride. I am reading a different book by Sanaya Roman and I think Dwayne Packer. One second, let me just get that real quick. Yes, it's called Creating Money. So, one of the things that I can tell you is that this is a beautiful journey to be on. A journey of getting back into my femininity and really discovering so many feminine arts and sciences. I mean, it's a beautiful world to be in. It's a beautiful space to see so much just coming. It's like it's coming like almost popcorn. It's really crazy. It's just like there's so much that I could just jump around and stay in this world forever and just continue to come back and report to you what I'm finding, which I will continue to do. And I do hope that you come back. Please like and comment and share this video if you care. I appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel. We are building this channel, and while you're going to see me doing all kinds of things on my shorts part of this channel, I'm also going to be coming here talking to you about different things during lives, during recordings, all that kind of stuff. So have a good day. Peace.